What up YouTube, it's your boy Tangeni once again. I'm back with another video. So today I'm going to do our weekly Forex market analysis for this upcoming week. So if you are new to this channel, hit the subscribe button, like the video, share the video, comment down below if you have any. Or what is your favorite Forex pair that you trade, that you mostly trade? Drop it in the comment section so that next time when I post a new video, I will include it in our weekly Forex market analysis. So guys, do not forget to subscribe, like the video, share the video, turn on the notification bell so that you'll be notified when I post a new video. So let's get into the video, guys.
Okay, as usual, we start with the Forex Factory. As you can see here, I'm the Forex Factory website now, as you can see. So now starting on Monday, there are no news, as you can see here. Monday, it's clean, there are no news. So now looking on Tuesday, October the 24th, of on Tuesday, at 8 a.m. we have GBP. Claimant count change. This one is a high impact expected. And then at 9:15 a.m. we have it Euro, French France manufacturing PMI, French France services PMI. It's a high impact, so watch out for this one if you are trading these pairs at the London session. So now at 9:30 a.m. we have Euro, German France manufacturing PMI, Euro, German France PMI, and at 10 a.m. we have AOD news, RBA Gov blog speaks, Euro is a medium impact expected, Fresh manufacturing PMI, Fresh services PMI. So at 10:30 a.m. we have GGP, Fresh manufacturing PMI, and also at 2:30 p.m. we have Euro, ECB President Lagarde speaks, and at 3:45 p.m. we have USD news. Fresh manufacturing PMI is a high impact expected. Watch out for this one, guys. I think next week we'll have a lot of news. As you can see here, it's just red. All you see here is just red. So now what? And then at 4 p.m. we have Richmond Manufacturing Index. It's a medium impact expected. Now on Wednesday, October 25, at 2:30 a.m. we have AOD CPI. For this one, if you are trading the AOD pairs. So at 10 a.m. we have Euro. It's a high impact expected. German info business climate. And at 4 p.m. we have CAD, Bank of Canada monetary policy report, as you can see here. So there are a lot of news next week. Next week there will be a lot of news. As you can see here, we also have a USD, new home sales. It's a medium impact expected. At 5 p.m. we have CAD, Bank of Canada press conference. And at 7 p.m. we have Euro. It's a medium impact expected. ECB President Lagarde speaks. At 10:35 p.m. we have USD, Fed Chair Powell speaks. And then on Thursday, October 26, we have at 2:15 p.m. Euro, mine refinancing rate. We also have monetary policy statement, that is on Euro. And at 2:30 p.m. we have USD, advanced GDP, USD, unemployment claims. Watch out for this one, guys. Watch out for this one. If you don't know how to read this Forex Factory calendar, stick around, watch the video until the end. I can link it at the end so that you can go watch the full video on how to use the Forex Factory calendar, or how to read it, or how to interpret it. So now looking at USD, advanced GDP price index, core durable goods orders, and durable good orders. And at 2:45 p.m. we have Euro, ECB President press conference. And at 3 p.m. we have USD. It's a medium impact expected. FMC member Walla speaks. At 4 p.m. we have also medium impact expected. Pending home sales. And then at 1 Friday, October the 27th, we have JPY at 1:30 a.m. Tokyo core CPI, it's a medium impact expected. Tentative NZD, we have it's a medium impact expected. RNBNZ, statement of intent. And at 2:30 p.m. we have USD, it's a high impact expected. Core PCE price index. And at 4 p.m. we have USD, it's a high medium impact expected. Revised YOM consumer sentiment. That is all we have on Forex Factory, guys. Now let's get into the chart to see how our technical analysis, how we analyze the market technically. So now this one was a fundamental analysis, or fundamental analysis of the news that is coming this coming week. So now let's get into the chart to see how we analyze the market, where we draw our support and resistance, where we draw our supply and demand. So okay, as you can see, looking on DXY, as you can see on daily, we already tap into this supply zone, which is up here, and we already received, we already have a change of character there. So the change of character is only visible on the lower time frames. Let me say, okay, let me go on the weekly. On the weekly, as you can see, okay, let me just zoom in quickly. You see what is happening there. So price, okay, now we have an inverse hammer, here. So now if price goes below this hammer, this candle, it went down, but the price did not close below that area, so on the higher time frames. So now let's look at on daily. On daily, as you can see what is happening there, you see we already have a change of character. Price already reversed. Now we are just waiting now for price to go lower now, as you can see on DXY. So price already break out. If you want to draw a trend line there, if you want to draw a trend line, you can just do like this. There is a trend line, and then price already went to retest, and now price is reversing. Now price is coming from the supply zone that we draw up here. So we are expecting the DXY to drop further down. So for now, as you can see, the DXY is low now, is moving lower now, and expect the Euro USD to also, to go higher, to be bullish. Expect the Euro USD to be bullish, guys. So now that is my view on DXY, guys. As you can see, this is on daily. We have a change of character on daily already. Price went back up to retest at this supply zone, and then now we are currently moving down now. So we are now in a downtrend now. So this one is a confirmed change of character. So now let's just move on to the H4. Now moving on H4, as you can see now, price was in an uptrend, guys. As you can see here, price was making higher high and higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. This was our last high, guys. Now our last high low is broken, to confirm that there is a change of character there. Now this is a confirmation that okay, there is a change of character. Now price has shifted from making higher highs to making lower highs and lower lows. This is our lower low. So now I expect this lower low to go. I expect that lower low to go. So I don't know when, but it will go. As I know, in a downtrend, the lower lows always goes. Price respect the lower highs. If you know. If you don't know, there is another video that will explain the market structure on my channel. You can also just go check out, then you get something there, you learn something there. So now, as you can see, we are in a downtrend now, as you can see. So yeah, that is my view on DXY, guys. Now let's go to the Euro USD. Now looking on Euro USD, as you can see, price was in a downtrend, guys. Price was making lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. This is our last lower low. So now instead, now price of continuing down to respect this low, it tried to respect, but then price just went higher and broke it. Now after breaking it, that is where our change of character is confirmed. Now we have a confirmed change of character. So now we expect this higher. I expect this higher to go. So I was waiting for Euro USD to drop lower a bit, to pull back into this demand zone. That is where I was planning to enter, but then Euro US dollar, it didn't pull back in that zone. So we move on. We wait for another opportunity when it presents itself. So don't jump in the market if you don't see your entry, if you don't see your patterns forming out or playing out. If price doesn't respect your zones, move on and look at another zones. But mostly importantly, focus on the zones that are on the higher time frames like H1, H4, daily and weekly. Those are the zones that you have to respect. Those are the zones that you have to use, because price always respect those zones on the bigger time frames. Now as you can see here, okay, if maybe, okay, now if you get a, okay, if you get a break of structure, then a pullback, that is where I would be interested in our buys on Euro USD. So I will be interested in our buys for Euro USD if you get a what? If you get a break of structure, that is where I will be interested in buying Euro USD. So for now, we will be monitoring price, not necessarily monitoring it the whole day or the whole week, but I will set up the alert. I will set up the price alert at these zones where I will be entering once we get a break of structure. For now, price will just play around here. I'm not interested. So this is H4, guys. This is H4. As I said, I'm a swing trader, but I will move on. I will move on to the lower time frame so that I can show you, what is happening there. So for now, we are expecting this higher to go. So once it goes and price pulls back into this demand zone, then that is where we can enter our long, our buy. So that is my view on Euro USD. Now let me go on H1 to show you what is happening there. As you can see, guys, on H1, we are in an uptrend. We are waiting for this higher to go. Once this higher goes, guys, once this higher go, so I'll also be, let me check. I'll also be interested if price comes, drop lower and grab liquidity here at this zone. That is where I will be interested in our buys. But for now, I will just be targeting this high here. So let me just quickly check, make it nicely. Okay, so I will be interested in our buy at this zone. If price drop lower to this zone, that is where I will be interested in my stop loss just slightly below this zone. So yeah, that is my view on Euro US dollar, guys. If price on Monday or Tuesday drop lower and grab liquidity at this demand zone, then we enter a long targeting this higher. If it doesn't happen, we wait for price to break structure to the upside and retest, then we buy. So that is my view on Euro USD. Now let's look at GBP USD. Looking on GBP USD, guys, price was at our zone, but it did not tap into our zone, so that would have been our nice entry, but then we missed on that one now. So yesterday, I mean on the other day, I was like, okay, I knew that here there is liquidity below this low, so that is what we call equal lows. There was liquidity there and price liquidity below that zone. So I knew this one will go. I knew this equal lows that we see here, it's where below here there is liquidity. So I knew price will drop lower and grab liquidity and go. So now we miss on that opportunity. So price just miss our entry by a few pips. So now what do we do? Now what we do is, there was liquidity, price already got this liquidity. It shifted down and then it hits a, it shifted down and collected this liquidity which is below here, because as you can see we have also an imbalance here. There was an imbalance here which is already, so there was imbalance here which is already filled. So now price is now returning to the upper side now. So now what do I do now? Because I already took I took a sell, I was in a sell, but then price immediately took me out. So this was a sell, it was a sell on gbpusd. So now what do we do? What we are waiting for now is, okay, so if you put a trend line here, if you put a trend line here, if price, but I have a feeling that, okay, this price might come back. Okay, price might come back and do what? Price might come back and tap into this small demand zone here, and then it goes up. So I have a feeling that, okay, price might just drop lower and tap into this demand zone. That is where we will be placing our buy. So my buy will just be around this zone. That's where I will be buying, and then my stop loss will be slightly below this zone. So a 1 to 3 risk reward ratio. So that is where I will be putting my stop loss, and I will be targeting this zone. That's where I will be targeting this zone. So now for now my entry will be at this demand zone, this second demand zone. Once we have a pullback here, then we see if there's any candlestick pattern forming at this zone, then we buy, targeting this zone here, a 1 to 3 risk reward ratio. So that is my view on gbpusd, guys. As you can see, we are bullish now. We already tapped into these bigger demand zone, so it's where I was planning to end up, but then I missed on that entry. So I had a loss also here on this. I was targeting to sell here, but then price took me out. So now I'll be interested in our buy if price drops here. If price doesn't drop here, doesn't pull back here into this demand zone, then we wait for a break of structure. We break this trend line. Once we break a trend line, and then we wait for price to pull back, and then we buy. So that is my view on gbpusd. Now let's look at usd jpy. Okay, so you can see, guys, usd jpy, guys, there was a nice price move. I think there was news here, there was news, so it's where I ended our sell. So price just dropped lower and then immediately shifted up. So I expect like this week, this coming week, there's a lot of news, guys. So but I know that this I know that, okay, I know that usd jpy will drop once we break out of this one, once we break out of this consolidation, because price is just consolidating to the upside side. I think if it breaks out, if it breaks below this zone, if it breaks below this zone, then we wait for a pullback. Once we get a pullback, then we enter our second cells below. We'll enter our second cells once we have a pullback. So now for now, price is just consolidating around this zone. So I expect a price to drop lower, as you can see on DXY and other USD correlated pairs. So yeah, that is my view on USD/JPY, guys. For now, price is currently at our supply zone. It's still there. It's just consolidating around that area. So now once we get a break of structure to the downside, then we wait for a pullback and then we enter our sells. So targeting this low here, this zone here, because there's a bigger zone which is below here. So that is where we target. So that is my view on USD/JPY. Now let's look at USD/CHF. USD/CHF, we didn't get what we wanted. So we did not get what we wanted. We were waiting for price to drop back and tap into this major supply zone that we draw here, but then price didn't come back, so we move on. We did not enter any trade here on USD/CHF. We did not enter any trade. So but if you were one of those people that had because there were two zones here that we have to draw here. There was this zone here that we were waiting for price to tap into, and then there's another zone here. I draw it, but I don't know if I forgot about it. That is where we should have entered our sales, guys. It's where we should have entered our sell if price didn't go to the other supply zones, guys. This one would have been a nice 1 to 3 risk reward ratio, guys. This one would have been nice risk 1 to 3 risk reward ratio. So it would have been a nice entry, a sell entry, guys, because we have a change of character, price pulls back, and then after that we enter our sales below this candlestick, and then this is where we would have entered our sales, guys. So that would have been a nice entry, guys, but for now we missed on that opportunity. So now I'll be waiting for, okay, now there's our break of structure. Our recent break of structure is here. Now I'll be waiting for price to tap into this supply zone, here. If price taps into this supply zone, then we enter our sells. So I'll be waiting for price to tap into this zone, and then we enter our sells, guys. So a 1 to 3, I always aim a 1 to 3 or a 1 to 2 risk reward ratio. I don't want to stay long in trades anymore. So this is where I would end our sales. Then I will be targeting a 1 to 3, a 1 to 4 risk reward ratio. This one is a 1 to 4. So it's where I will be entering our trade, guys, our sell trade, guys, as you can see. So I'll be waiting for price to pull back at this supply zone, then it's where I'll be entering our sells. So if price doesn't respect this zone, then we wait for price to either shift, because there is a bit of liquidity which is here. I know there is liquidity here. There's a bit of liquidity at that those highs. So price might go and collect this liquidity and drop lower. So that is where we'll be targeting our next if price does that, then we'll be entering our sells. 1 to 3, 1 to 4 risk reward ratio. It's where we'll be entering our sell. So That is my view on USD CHF, guys. If you want to join our free Telegram group, if you want to receive some free PDFs regarding smart money concept, join our free Telegram group. It's for free. You don't have to pay anything. It's where I drop all the setup that I take, all the daily setups that I take. Every setup that I take, I drop it in our free Telegram group. It's for free. And I also drop my Discord link. My Discord is free, guys. I'm not selling anything. As I said, I'm not selling anything in the Forex space. I'm not doing mentorship. I'm not doing account management. And I'm not selling signals, guys. All those links that I will drop there, they are for free to use, guys. So let's move on to our gold. Let's move on to gold. So now gold didn't exactly give us what we wanted. So I've entered our sell here, but then price just, I was waiting for price to pull back here at this demand, and then we end our buy. But instead, price just moved higher. Now this is our recent break of structure to the upside. Our recent break of structure to the upside, guys. So this is our break of structure. So now, so this is where our bigger zone. We also have a bigger zone here. I will keep this zone because I know price might come there, might come and reverse there. So we also have our zone here. This is our zone, our demand zone, our second demand zone. So price has a possibility of reversing at that zone. Just drop lower, a minor pullback, and then here, and then we buy. So, or price can just come lower, and then we end our buy here. So that is my view on gold. For now, this is where we target our buys. We put our stop loss just slightly below this low, and then we target our 1 to 3 risk reward ratio. So now if price give us that structure, then we wait for a pullback, then we enter our small sell. This is a short-term sell targeting these two demand zones here. So a 1 to 3 risk reward ratio, a 1 to 2. So it's up to us now. Okay, now if you get this price structure, we wait for a pullback, and then once price pulls back, then we enter our sell. This one is a short-term sell, so I won't suggest any beginner trader to take it. So it's a short-term sell. So this one is mostly suitable for the professionals, people that know the market structure well. So I won't suggest any beginner trader to do this or to take this trade, but it's only for us. So I'll be interested in this sell into these two demand zones. That is my view on gold, guys. It's my view on gold. So now let's move on. Let's move on to Bitcoin. You see, this is what I said, guys. You see now, here I thought maybe we'll get a break of structure here. I thought we'll get a break of structure here. Once we get a break of structure, we wait for a retest and then we go higher. But we didn't get that. So we just got a break of structure. When price broke out, price did not necessarily broke this one first and then pull back. It just broke it immediately and then we hit our TP. So that was our buy setups on Bitcoin. So for now, there is our recent break of structure. There is our recent break of structure now. So now I'll be waiting for, this is our recent break of structure. So now I'm looking at two zones now. I'm looking at two zones. This is our bigger zone, demand zone, and this is our second demand zone. So if you get a pullback and then we buy here, or we might get like this, or price will just go lower and then we buy at this demand zone. So these are the two possible scenarios that we have on Bitcoin. We either buy here and we put our stop loss slightly below here, and then we target a 1-to-3 or a 1-to-4 risk reward ratio, or we end our buy here at this demand zone, then we put our stop loss slightly below this low, we target a 1-to-3 or a 1-to-4 risk reward ratio. So that is my view on Bitcoin, guys. As you can see, or we have another bigger zone which is here. So this is our, we have our bigger zone which is here below here. So it's where I will also be looking at, because price might just come and broke this low here. Once we broke low and get liquidity which is below this here, area here, because we have also price inefficiency which is here. We have an imbalance which is below here, and we also have another imbalance which is here. So we have two imbalances which is here, 1 and 2. So now price might just come in this, fill this imbalance, and then we buy, or price could just go lower a bit and then we fill this imbalance and then we buy. So these are the three scenarios that I'm looking at. So these are the three scenarios that I'm looking at for now. So this is where I'll be looking to enter my buys. So we are in an uptrend, as you can see. So these are the three zones that I'm looking at. So once we get that one, we get a reaction at these three demand zones, a bullish signal appearing at these three demand zones, then we buy. So that is my view on Bitcoin, guys. Now let's look at GBP/JPY. So I was waiting for price to, I've entered our sell here. Lucky enough, we were not taken out. So yeah, it was a nice trade. Obviously, it was a nice trade. So yeah, now we are bullish now. Price didn't tap us. Price did not trigger us into our buy trade. As you can see, it missed by a few pips. So now we move on. We move on now. Okay, now so I'll be interested if price break up. If price break up, that is where I will be entering our buy. Once we just break out of this consolidation on the upper side, if we break out of this consolidation on the upper side, then we enter our buy. But that is when, if you get a pullback, if you get a pullback back at the zone, then we enter our buy on GBP/JPY. So that is where we will be waiting for our entry. So for now, I'll be waiting for price to break structure to the upper side. We already have a change of character. Now, if we break up, we wait for a retest and then we enter our buy. So a 1-to-3 or 1-to-4 risk reward ratio. So yeah, that is my view on GBP/JPY, guys. As you can see, now we've shifted from bearish to bullish now, as you can see here. So we were making lower high lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. So then our lower low. So now from there we broke this lower high. So when that is a confirmation that okay, now the market has shifted from bearish to bullish now. So I'll be interested once we break out of this consolidation onto the upper side. I'll wait for a retest and then I'll enter our buy. That is on GBP JPY. So guys, that's my view on GBP JPY. Now let's look at NAS. Looking at NAS, guys. So I was waiting for to enter our buys at this demand zone, but now price, it seems like price is about to break it. So we move on. I was also waiting for price to come and respect this demand zone, but price didn't respect it. So now we were just in this sell. We were in this sell already, so it already hit TP. So now we are out of the trade. So now looking at this, now this pullback is massive, guys. As you can see, this is a break of structure. We were waiting for price to respect this zone in this two, but then price didn't respect it. So now we are just waiting now to see what is happening there. So because this one is too, this one is a bit, because this pullback is a bit huge. So okay, I think by looking at this NAS, I expect NAS to drop lower, further lower down. I expect NAS to drop lower to this demand zone, or maybe it will just come get liquidity below these lows and then it will go up. So that I don't know what is happening here now on Nasdaq. As you can see, price is just consolidating around this area. Okay, we have a change of character. This is a change of character. Price pulled back and then we sell. Price broke this one and then we pull back and then we sell. So we are waiting for this consolidation to end, but I don't know when it will end, but it will take time. So for now, it's just to be patient and watch what is price going to do at that zone. So we are having now like a small structure which is forming here on daily. It's quite clear on daily. So we might get this. We might get this and then we buy. So there's a possibility of getting this and then we buy, because this one is a pool of liquidity. There's a pool of liquidity which is forming here. There's a pool of liquidity which is forming here. So that liquidity has to be filled, or it has to be taken. So yeah, so price is just consolidating around this area, but once it will end soon. So I don't know when, but it might end. So we are just waiting. There's also a possibility of price breaking this demand to grab liquidity here and then it buys. So Nasdaq, I will only be interested if you get a pullback at this demand zone. That is where I will be interested. But for now, I don't know what is happening there. It's just a consolidation around this area. Or once we break out to the upper side, and then we wait for a pullback and then we enter our buys. So these are the two scenarios that will be happening on Nasdaq, guys. That is my view on Nasdaq. So now let's look at the USD. Now looking at USD, we had our buy here, and then I think I got out of this trade already. If I'm being honest with you, I'm already out of this trade. So we were up at the 1 2 3. So yeah, I already took out this trade, man. So we were up. we were up. Yeah, our TP already hit. So we were up. We want to always target a 1 to 3 risk reward ratio. So now I entered a sell here. I actually entered a sell here, but then price took me out. It went to grab liquidity to the upper side, and then it took me out. So yeah, now I was waiting for price now to respect this demand zone, but then price can't seem to respect this zone. So it cannot respect this zone. Now we just check what is happening there. So if it respect this zone, then it will be nice. So just wait for a break of structure to the upper side. We break structure to the upper side, and then we pull back. So if you get a break of structure, if you get a break of structure, then a pullback, then we enter our buy. So for now, I'm just checking what is happening here. So yeah, prices already are at our demand zone, so I'll check on Monday what is happening there. If then we get a break of structure to the upper side, we wait for a change of we wait for a pullback. Once we get a pullback, and then that is when we can enter our buy. So for now, it's just to be patient, because there's a lot of news also next week. There's a lot of news which is happening next week, so watch out for that one. So I advise most of you not to trade, because there's a lot of news, and you can only trade if the market gets back to normal, because now it will be moving up and down next week. So it will not respect the market structure. It will be just move, especially on the lower time frames. It will be up and down, up and down, up and down. So guys, like the video, share the video, comment down below if you have any currency pairs that you trade, but then we did not include it in our weekly analysis. You can drop it in the comment section, so that next time when you post a new video, when you create a new video, we'll include it and touch on it. And also you can join our free Telegram group. I will also drop our Discord link, so that you can join for free, guys. It's for free. You don't have to pay anything. As I said, I do not sell anything in the Forex space. I don't do mentorship. I don't do account management. I don't sell courses. I don't sell signals. So guys, the only thing that you can do for me is by hitting the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell notification, so that you'll be notified when I post a new video. So bye guys.